Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. This will be, I promise y'all, look, I promise you guys, this is going to be a quick show. I don't intend on being on for a long time. You guys know we have a show on Sunday called Cheaters. I do want to make an announcement really quick. Guys, again, I'm sorry for the late notice. I know that I have not been really good with promoting any of my live shows. I've been emailed by so many people who are always upset with me because I go live at random times and I don't promote it for at least a few days. Please forgive me, you guys. I know I put this show in last night and it hasn't even been 24 hours, and here I am doing a quick show. But as you can see, I don't really do these shows for everybody to know about them. If you miss it, you miss it. But I promise you, I'll do better with that. Y'all know I'm not a YouTuber like that, but I'm doing the best that I can. So forgive me. But I do want to remind you guys, like, so far, I've had people reach out to me about the cheaters episode. I still need two more people who have cheated three or more times in a relationship. You don't have to be a cheater as of today. If you changed your ways, I need you on this show. You can be anonymous. Now, I want to remind you, you'll be anonymous to the chat, but you won't be anonymous to me. I need to verify that you are a real person, and then we're good. You can use a picture of your choice and a name of your choice. You do not have to embarrass yourself if that's what you feel like. If you feel like that is what will happen. I respect you, but I still need two more cheaters who have cheated in their relationships more than three times. Okay, and it could be, I need a woman and a man. I need one of each. But for those who have been cheated on, we're full. You guys have been coming out the woodworks. Unfortunately, I only wanted a certain amount of people and I got like 40 people. So I'll probably do a part two of this down the road, but I just wanted to remind you guys, I still need two more cheaters, a man and a woman who has cheated more than three times. Please reach out to me via email, MEN underscore TAL health@yahoo.com. Okay. So with that being said, guys, I wanted to get to why I'm doing this show. To those who are coming in late, I'm sorry, but this show might not stay up. I just wanted to say this out loud, and then I'm gonna put the evidence into my community chat. So to anybody that has been following me with the brick case, everyone knows already that Daphne Sutton was a pivotal part of Rhoda being found, you know, guilty of lying, being deceptive, making up a story. You still have people out there that are taking credit because of their jealousy and envy. For me, they don't like me. They hate my guts. So they're never going to own up to me being the person that broke the case. We all know that when I put that information out there, I was the only blog, the only content creator, the only person in the world who put out that Rhoda was being looked at by the Texas police and there was a warrant for her arrest. When I put that out there, that's when all these haters came out of the dust and they said she stole from me and I took all the, I did all the credit and Daphne took it from me. I want to make this clear, and I'm only going to say it one more time. I want you guys to use your own judgment. If you take away the brick incident on my page and take it off of all my platforms, I was still doing the same behavior, holding people accountable. I was still doing the same things that I'm doing now. The only reason why Rhoda's case made headway is because of the shade room. The shade room is the only reason why Rhoda's case blew up. I've shut down like 13 GoFundMe's last year, maybe 10 the year before. I've always done this. I'm not new to this, but people are new to me. The people that I allowed into my circle, they only came into my circle because they wanted to mooch off of me. You'll find that everyone that I had an issue with where I had to cut them off, they had a very itty bitty tiny following. Nobody knew who they were. They still don't really know who they are. So they came to my platform wanting to mooch off of me. They would send me videos not telling me that, hey, Daphne, I want to make it. I want to be like you. They're sending me videos telling me, here's some more evidence if you need it. I want to remind you guys that the Instagram videos did not seal Rhoda's fate. Rhoda sent those Instagram videos to 27,000 followers. That's how many people followed her. So I want to remind you guys that even though people sent me her Instagram videos, that didn't make it special. You were just one of the 27,000 people. What made my work special is my phone calls, things that I was doing that no other page was doing. That's what I was doing. That's what filled this case. It has nothing to do with Rhoda shaking her ass on live. None of that. And if anybody heard me on my first show about Rhoda, I said that someone from the Houston police was also following Rhoda on her platforms. So those people sending me evidence, I didn't need to send it to the police. They already had it. So to those people telling you my Instagrams and my TikToks and my Twitters, that's what, no, it did not. The police was 10 steps ahead. Before Rhoda made that page private, they already had someone following Rhoda. I didn't know that until now, until all this came to light. So to anybody telling you that their Instagram videos did it, I promise you it didn't. What got Rhoda in trouble is she created the same story that she did 3 years ago out of Minnesota, and it maxed. She just didn't file that police report back in 2020. That's what got her ass in trouble. That's what made the police call Minnesota and say, hey, did she file a police report? No, she didn't. So she lied to those people to get that almost $5,000. That is what got Rhoda in trouble. I sent them that GoFundMe on September the 4th. So the people that are telling you that they solved the case, do one thing for me. And I'm going to say it one last time. Ask them to tell you the date of when they posted that second GoFundMe. And if they posted it after September the 4th, then guys, please use your brain. God gave it to you. That would mean that Daphne was right and they're lying. So again, I don't mind these itty bitty tiny minute pages trying to take the credit, because these big pages know that Daphne Sutton has been deep in these accountability streets for many years. If you take Rhoda off of all these people saying they solved the case, they wouldn't have anything on their page. Rhoda made them. Rhoda didn't make me. So I wanted to address that. But since we're on Rhoda, you guys remember when I did my first celebration that I had to make private? Does everybody remember Jay Lethal? If anybody has been following me and they've been a supporter of mine, I've had Jay Lethal on my page many times. He's the one that's very loud, and he wears the dreads. Do you guys remember Jay Lethal? Some of you guys can't tell me you forgot him already. We just had a show back in January and he was on it. Remember the disrespect that he did? Everybody remember? Okay. So if everybody remembers Jay Lethal, he came on to my show on January 20th where I had Olin and I had several other people. Jay Lethal used that show to not only try to get a show with Olin, but he also used that to bring up something that me and him had a disagreement on 3 months prior to that. And if you are my true friend offline, you would never discuss things that we discussed offline, online. Y'all feel what I'm saying? That's like a code violation. Because one thing I want to teach people, if you've been in my circle and the minute we fall out, you go on every platform yelling and screaming, it shows your character, not mine. If everybody sees the way I do things, I cut people off and I move forward. But everybody that I cut off, they're loud and they're upset, but they're saying that I'm the bad person. Typically, if I'm the bad person, I would be the loudest in the room. So I want to remind you guys that when I cut people off, I don't go back and try to, make it known everything we talked about when we were on talking terms. That's a code violation. So I want to remind you guys that Jay Lethal was upset about something that we had already hashed, right? He wanted me to kiss his ass for sending me Instagram videos of Rhoda that several other people were sending me to. I want to remind you that Rhoda didn't have 5 followers. She had 27,000. But Jay Lethal was only sending me the videos to promote Jay Lethal. And he did not tell me that. I didn't even know he had a YouTube where he was trying to come up. And when I found that out, I told him, you should have stood on game from the beginning and told me this is about Jay Lethal. It isn't about Rhoda. It isn't about accountability. It's about Jay Lethal. He didn't do that. So to me, that wasn't a real person. That was someone that was trying to mooch off of me. If anybody wants MTR and O'Shea Dukes to post them, you send them the shit. Don't send it to me. I don't need you. I don't need your help. There are many other people that I can have do the work that you're doing, and they don't give a fuck about the credit. So again, send it to them yourself. I don't need your help. But Jay Lethal felt the need to talk shit. Not only did Jay Lethal disrespect me on my show, but after the show, he did a 4-hour show where he bashed me and my friend Eno. Now, when he did that to me, I didn't respond because I play chess. I don't play checkers. So I just stayed quiet because I knew the day of reckoning was coming. But first, I want you guys to hear something. Y'all know when it comes to me, I hold men and women accountable. So on today's episode, we will be holding Jay Lethal accountable. Jay Lethal lied about who he said he was. And I know this video is going to get back to him, but he's not going to be able to hear it because right now Jay Lethal is in jail. Yeah. So when I tell you not to mess with me, when I tell you not to make threats to me, when I tell you not to come for me and my friends and family, I mean that. I don't mean it in a way where I'm going to hurt you. I play chess, not checkers. So first I want you guys to hear something, and then we're going to really expose some shit. Because one thing I don't like is when people talk about Daphne and their closet is full of shit. So full that the closet won't even stay closed. On today's episode, you're going to find out who Jay Lethal really is. But first, I need you guys to put your ears up to the speaker. I'm only going to play this one time because it's 2 minutes and I don't want to waste your time. But please listen to this audio. This is Jay Lethal. And if anybody remembers Eno, Eno should be on my show shortly. Eno is the person that I've helped out who lives in Chicago. Eno is a street guy. He came from the streets of Chicago. He is not one of those people that's going to go online and say, I'm going to shoot you. That's not the way Eno moves. That was the old Eno. This Eno plays chess. But I want you guys to know that Jay Lethal had some words for him too, and me. So with that being said, I'm going to play it. Get ready, guys. Here we go.
Eno, you can ask me any yes or no question in this world, and I'll answer it yes or no. And then I'll tell you why I believe that. And then I'll tell you why there needs to be different context. If you can't answer a yes or no question, you don't deserve to talk to men. Eno, you're a pussy and your mother sucks dick. I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to read some more comments. I just want to let you know. I had to get this shit off my chest. And I don't give a fuck how many people saw it. Daphne, you wrong. Daphne, I'm not working with you no more ever again, Daphne. You shit on me, Daphne. And I'm the realest nigga you met on YouTube. Daphne, I'm the realest nigga you gonna ever meet on YouTube, Daphne. I don't give a fuck about my followers. I mean, I give a fuck about my followers, but I don't give a fuck about how many followers I have. I'm the realest nigga you ever gonna meet on YouTube, Daphne. Me, Daphne. I'm that nigga. Me. And again, I'm not taking away the work that you did, but you took away the work that I've done, and you disrespected me, Daphne. And you are a content creator, Daphne. But you know what, Daphne? I'm not going to call you a bitch or say fuck you. You know why? Because, Daphne, you're a woman. And ultimately, Mami Rica, I'm not going back and forth with these women. Mami Rica, I realized a long time ago, I'm not going back and forth with a woman. I'm either gonna leave the woman alone, or if she's my baby mama, I'm knocking that bitch head between the washer and dryer. And this is what I'm saying.
I wanted y'all to hear that. You guys just heard Jay Lethal tell me I'm not gonna argue with a woman unless you're his baby's mama, and he's gonna knock your ass out between the nightstand and the table. That's what Jay Lethal said. That's what he said to me. Jay Lethal also said, Daphne, I'm never going to work with you ever, ever, ever again. You guys can hear the emotions in his voice. Well, I figured you'd say that. I want to also remind you guys that my friend Eno, that was on my show, he went on to Jay Lethal's show and said, hey, you disrespected Daphne. She let you on to her panel 3 times, and you kept saying you're going to land the plane, and then you kept coming back. And then you used her platform to get you a show, and then you used her platform to try to bring up an instance that you guys resolved 3 months ago. He told my friend Eno he was going to choke him out until he couldn't breathe anymore. That's what he said to my friend Eno. You guys just heard him say that his mother sucks dick. So now I want to read something to you guys. What I find odd is that Jay Lethal told on himself. He said what he would do to his baby mama, and guess what? He did something similar. I'm going to read it to you. See, when you fuck with people who do this for a living, they will eventually expose you. My name is Daphne Sutton. I don't have not one criminal conviction or charge year to date. I don't care if I had 5 court cases. I'm not guilty of anything. One thing I would never do is focus my time on someone else's case if I'm facing something serious. I want to let you guys know that Jay Lethal is currently in jail, where Rhoda's going to be very soon, on a felony charge for assault on his baby mama. But I don't want you guys just to hear it from me. I want to read it to you guys, what came from the officer. And I'm also going to post this on my community tab, because everybody's saying donate to Jay Lethal. Don't give that man a motherfucking penny. Don't give him a dime. This motherfucker was so worried about Rhoda instead of his own case from 2022. I'm going to read to you how lethal Joshua is. Yeah, his name is Joshua. That's his name. We're not going to call him Jay Lethal. We're going to call him his real name that's on YouTube, Joshua. Joshua is a dangerous individual. And I'm going to make sure that he never gets out of jail. Because when you know that you have a felony warrant, the last thing I would do is go onto a YouTube and threaten to choke someone out. He threatened to choke my friend Eno out. So again, put it up to your ears. I'm going to read it to you. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So, Mr. Lethal, Joshua, he came down to his baby mama's job, right? He hadn't seen his daughter in 2 weeks, so he was irate. The mother of his child saw him coming, and she went running. Jay Lethal was on her tail, cornered her, and started to beat the hell out of her. And sorry if I get teary-eyed, because if anybody knows my story, I too went through domestic violence. So reading this and hearing this, it hurt me, because this is somebody that was in my circle for about a year. And what's funny is that the individuals out there that also hate me, when they found out that me and Jay Lethal were no longer cool, they became cool with Jay Lethal. See, they don't do any real investigative work. They just become cool with anybody that hates Daphne. And I noticed that a lot of my haters became cool with people with real charges. So when Jay Lethal was beating the hell out of the mother of his child, he started to choke her. He choked her to the point where she almost lost consciousness. I need y'all to hear that again. Jay Lethal choked the mother of his child to the point where he almost killed her. All because he's claiming he hadn't seen his daughter. Now, fellas, when you haven't seen your kids, this is the last thing that you want to do, because you're never going to see them doing it this way. So after Jay Lethal did that, he took off. The police came onto the scene and said that she had petechia in her eyes, meaning when you choke somebody and their eyes start to get the red blood vessels, they start to bust. And sorry, guys, if I get a little teary-eyed, because I remember being choked too like that. But the mother of his child was only 20, turning 21 when he did this act. Jay Lethal will be 36 this year. And the mother of his child was 20 at the time. Jay Lethal was 34. He wasn't young. She's young, but he's not young. I want to remind you guys that In 2020, this same man had a charge for injuring hold on, let me go back. I'm going to read it verbatim. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. In 2020, he tried to injure a child. He was arrested. His bond was $150,000 for trying to injure a child. We're talking about Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal was arrested last year in August, again, for trying to injure a child. He was arrested 1 month before Rhoda went live about her fake story. So I found it very odd how Jay Lethal spent so much time on Rhoda's case, and this man had cases. He had cases for not only trying to injure his child, but actually injuring his baby mother, to the point where there's a protective order against Joshua out of Texas, where he can't come to her job or the place that they shared. So Jay Lethal was basically homeless during all this talking he did about me, all these threats that he threw out there. He literally told everybody what he would do to his baby mama. That's admission of guilt, because that's what he did. And you know, I'm sending that to Texas. You fucked with the wrong one. I will never support men or women that put their hands on other people that are innocent, especially kids. You dirty motherfucker. You dirty, dirty, dirty motherfucker. I'm going to make sure you're in there so long, you're going to be in the Guinness records for the longest dreads. That's how long I'm going to make sure you're in there. Jay Lethal wasn't supposed to be smoking, drinking, and on that same show, he said he was looking for weed. He told on himself, you guys. The mother of his child is terrified of this man. He's looking at a felony. A felony. This ain't no low-level shit. He has about 8 charges out of Texas. So while he was sitting there trying to solve Rhoda's case, this motherfucker had just got out of jail. Make it make sense. Men are not exempt from my wrath. They're not. I will make sure a man is held accountable at the same level. When I hear that you're trying to hurt kids and you're choking out the mother who is an innocent young lady, we got problems, bruh. But then you go on my show and call me a fraud. 50% of my video, lies. Lies. When he said that he was working with the Houston police, he was running from the Houston police. He lied. So no, Jay Lethal, I accept what you said. You never have to be my friend. I never want you close to me. I never want you calling me. You're not going to have a chance. You're going to be playing butt games in prison, because I'm going to make sure you don't get out anytime soon. How dare you? You've been terrorizing people since 2020, and yet you have so much to say about Rhoda and me and Eno and all those people that supported Jay Lethal. How do y'all feel now? How do you feel? Because it bothers me how people quickly jump ship and y'all don't even do your research. I've been doing this for 9 years. So if I was out there hurting people, you would have cases for it. These court cases that I'm going through are the first court cases I've had in my life that went this far. I told you guys that back in 2014, 10 years ago, a woman did what's called revenge porn on me. So I had every right to respond. That got dismissed. So if you don't count that, I'm clean. But this man here, he's facing a felony charge. He's looking at up to 10 years in prison. And I'm going to make sure he gets it and some. I don't play games. I don't. Especially when it comes to abuse. This woman was so terrified. I read the subpoena. I was in tears. I found this information out last night because somebody slipped up and called him his real name. Even though Jay Lethal was in my circle for a year, he never told me his real name. And when people say I dox for sport, to those idiots that think I dox for sport, how come I didn't find this out on day one? Because I try to see the best in people. I don't go around doxing people. I wish I would have thought twice about him. Because the whole time he was trying to solve Rhoda's case, he was running from the law. His bail was at $150,000. It has now been reduced to $50,000, and he has to pay the full amount. They're not taking 10%. Now, you know when they don't take 10%, it's serious. So all those people that supported him, keep supporting him. But I want to let you know that his charge, he's looking at a felony for assault on a family member, impeding their breathing and circulation. That means that he choked this person, tried to choke him to death. That's the charge he's facing. He has court on April the 5th. I'm going to be following his case. I think this was the dumbest thing he ever did, talking about me. But I want you guys to know that accountability will be held. Men are not exempt. I don't support abusers. So if anybody knows Jay Lethal and you still support him, you're supporting a man that abuses women. He had no problem with yelling at Olin, calling Olin all type of names, right? And yet he had bones in his closet. Didn't mind talking about Olin's old cases. And this motherfucker had many cases. It's crazy. Y'all remember how loud he was on my show? You remember how he disrespected me? If I would have found this information out the day of that show, it would have been over for him that day. But I want to remind you guys what he did. How he went to the mother of his child's job where there were kids. And I'm not going to mention the mother of his child. I'm not going to do that because she's young and she's scared. But I want you to know that she is terrified of Joshua. Joshua spoke a big game, talking about he'd knock out any dude. But you only have a history of hurting women. Make it make sense. He's not SBA. Real men don't put their hands on women for no reason like that and choke them out to where they get the blood vessels in their eyes and they're busting. How dare you, Joshua? And the sad part is he had no problem with talking about me and my personal business. I could have put his stuff out there right now. His case number. I'm not going to show the case number or his real name. I'm still giving this idiot grace because I want to wait until April 5th. When he gets years in prison, then I will post it all. Until then, I'm going to show you the report so you guys can read it. I want you to read what the officer saw when he arrived. I want you to feel what this woman felt. And I want you guys to know that I do care about women. I do. And if I had not found this case, if I had not known that he was facing this kind of charge, everybody would still be supporting this man. I don't know how anybody can support someone that tried to kill someone that was innocent. It didn't say that the mother of his child was punching him out. It didn't say that the mother of his child threatened his life. It said he came down to her job where there were many witnesses and there were kids present. He didn't care. So that persona you see online, that's really him. The only difference is he doesn't beat men. He beats women. So if that's not enough for you guys, I know a lot of you guys have to see it. You will see it. I'm going to show you the cases. I'm not going to give you his real name. I'm still going to give him grace when it comes to privacy. But what I can say, on his YouTube, there's a woman telling you guys to donate to him. Don't send him a motherfucking dime. Donate some Vaseline. That way it doesn't hurt as much. Donate that. Donate some lube for him. That way it doesn't hurt too much. Donate that. But don't give him any money. He doesn't deserve any money. He doesn't. This man deserves some hard time. He's been on the run basically since 2023. He knew they were looking for him. He had a felony warrant for his arrest. That's why he had to turn himself in. If he didn't turn himself in, they were going to start kicking down doors. That's what happens when you choke someone out and almost kill them. And this woman had your child. What kind of father does that? Nobody I know. And then you're talking about marijuana when you know you're not supposed to have it. Sometimes the jokes write themselves. So guys, at the end of the day, it hurt me to read that. It did. Because I didn't see that kind of behavior. But it just allows you guys to see that I don't dox people for sport like they tell you I do. And even though people don't mind putting my court cases out there, put them out there. I don't care. I'm not facing no felony or no real charges. People are just mad because they don't like the truth. But you won't see me facing a fraud, assault, deadly weapon. I'm clean. I've worked for the state with kids. So when people go out there and they lie on me and say I threaten kids and stuff like that, that's serious. You better come with some receipts, because I don't do that. I save kids. I don't threaten them. Who are you? So again, Jay Lethal was one of those people that I had a falling out with that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful, because if I would have found this stuff out while we were talking, it would have been worse for him. I will never support a man that puts his hands on a woman like that. Never. Never. If you're gonna donate some Vaseline or lube. That's what he's really gonna need. Because I'm telling you, he's not getting no easy sentence. This man is looking at years in prison. So again, guys, I didn't want to take up your day, but I am upset. All I can ask you guys to do, please pray for the mother of his child. Because when I read the report of how terrified she is, it brings me back when I was her age and I was getting my ass beat. She's terrified of this man. When you've been choked to the point where you're starting to see stars, you know somebody ain't playing, that they'll kill you at any moment. Jay Lethal likes to hurt women, not men, just so you know. He doesn't have a background for putting his hands on men, though. But when they find out where he's going to go, that he likes to hurt women that are innocent, he's going to need lube. So donate that. Don't let these people on his page tell you that this man is innocent. He had people calling me names, bashing me, and they didn't even know who they were supporting. And then when he said that he was going to jail, everybody said, free Jay Lethal. That's my buddy. He's a great man. FBA. Yes. Wrong. He's not a good man. I went onto his page and told people, he's disgusting. Disgusting. You did this in 2022, bruh. So why are you focused on Rhoda when you should be focused on Joshua? Does anybody want to say anything before I get off? Like I said, guys, I wanted to tell you guys this live, and I want you guys to know that I am going to be putting the report in my community chat. And I just want to say, if there's any women out there that I triggered, I'm sorry. I was triggered too. But y'all got to know who you're following and supporting. One thing nobody can say about me, I don't scam. There are no scams of me out there. I don't hit people. I don't make threats to kill people. I will defend myself. But if you're out there telling people that Daphne harasses people and that I'm on a rampage, show me some court cases. Harassment is a crime. Stalking is a crime. Show me when I did that. I don't stalk people. They act like I tell people I figured you'll say that, and then they block me. Then I create another Facebook and go right back to their page. You will never see me doing that, ever. That's harassment. Once they block me, I'm blocked. But when I block these people that are saying I'm harassing them, they know that YouTube is the only place that I can't block them. So that's where you will see most of their hate, on YouTube. Even when I do my due diligence. I just want you guys to know that we got to do better as people. And if you guys choose to still support Jay Lethal, just don't tell me. Because if I find out, I am going to block you everywhere. I don't need that in my life. Man or woman. Because it could be your sister. It could be your mother. It could be your daughter. This young lady is young. She's still a baby. I always look at people that are like 23 as babies. Jay Lethal will be 36. He has time and years over the mother of his child. He wanted someone he could control. And she was the one. I'm not going to tell you her name. The reason why I don't want to tell you everything about this, because she's scared. Because he's not actually charged yet. He's facing the charge. So after his court date, I will know what the outcome is. And then I'll share it with you guys. If he gets 10 years in prison, then we can celebrate. I want to make sure that that woman is covered and she's okay. But I want you guys to know that finding that out, it did hurt my feelings, because at one point, I gave Jay Lethal his flowers on my show on January 20th. I said, thank you for the little Instagram videos. They didn't help solve the case, but it allowed me to know what Rhoda was doing. That's all that was. I also give a shout out to Katera, Shane, Michael P. Destined for Greatness 2008. There was many people sending me stuff about Rhoda. It wasn't just Jay Lethal. It was just that at times he had better video. Sometimes people weren't recording right. I don't know what it was. Android, I don't know. But again, sending me Instagram videos didn't solve the case. They were already following Rhoda. Now, if you were sending me like the brick, then that's something I couldn't get. But we got to stop sitting here taking credit for something you didn't do. I put in the man hours on this case. And I don't care what anybody says about me. If you take Rhoda away, I was already doing this. Just like I did with Jasmine Moss, just like I did with all these people I've been getting recently for lying. It doesn't stop at Rhoda for me. But go to these people's pages that are telling you that I stole from them. What other case have they worked? You'll see that they're repeating the same things that I already solved. That Jasmine Moss case, people are saying, oh yeah, it was my friend who did it. They know it was me. They just don't want to say my name. And it's okay, because true believers know what it is. Jasmine Moss knows that I'm the one that got her in trouble because I doxed her. I gave them stuff that these regular anonymous complaints, they can't do nothing with that. She had already took down Facebook. But me, I gave them addresses for her next of kin. I was very detailed. That's why we spoke for 30 minutes. That's a thorough report. And I didn't want to be anonymous. So when you got the state workers telling me they wish I worked out there, they wish I lived out in Tennessee, that's a compliment. So again, you women don't have to like me or men, but just know that if I see something that isn't right, I'm going to speak on it. Abuse is never okay. And I always wonder why Jay Lethal was so aggressive, but I didn't think he would hit a woman. I never thought he would choke out a woman so bad that had his baby. Women that have your kids and then you still try to kill them, that's another level of evil. And I can't support that. Even if he told me, Daphne, I'm sorry. I forgive you. I accept your apology, but you're no longer ever going to be associated with me. And I would encourage people to be careful who they support. Anytime someone has a criminal record, that is called public knowledge. Please don't let people tell you it's doxing. If I'm on Facebook and a person tells me they catch me outside and I look them up on their state's public site and they have cases, that isn't doxing. We got to learn the difference. Some of you guys need to go back to college. Doxing is if you're posting something that isn't public. If I posted Joshua's charges right now, that isn't doxing. It's public record. You guys got to learn the difference. The same person that's making videos saying that I dox for sport is friends with someone who posted my real phone number out there. These hyenas are so angry at me. These people are so angry, they don't even realize who they're affiliated with. They'll let this person do the actual crime, but me, they're judging me, and I didn't even do the crime. So if you're going to mention my name, please don't accuse me of doing things I'm not doing. Anytime you post somebody's court case, it's public record. It is not doxing. I don't dox for sport. If I did, I would have knew about Jay Lethal. If I did, I would have known about all the people that I've recently fell out with. I would have knew already about them. But see, I give people the benefit of the doubt. So let's see who we got on here. Talk to me.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to this for everybody who don't know how y'all doing. I'm the one who Jay Lethal was talking about, his mom, his wife, his kids. You know, when a man goes out of his way to, I guess you want to say, insult another black man while he allows a Latin American to call him niggers and stuff like that, you know, that's kind of bogus. And then it's like, you threaten to choke me out. Like, this is what you threatening to do to a man. This is what you do to your baby mama. Only difference is I'm not gonna allow it. And to me, you a bitch for basically doing that to your baby mama. This is your child's mom. What are you gonna say to your child? This is what you do to women when they not doing what you want them to do. Or, you know, like, he is very easily triggered. He's highly aggressive. And like I said, he crazy. And if you don't agree with what he's saying, any of his ideologies, he gets upset. He thinks everything is about him, or like he try to steal a spotlight from everybody. He's underhanded. He's sneaky. He's a woman beater. Like, it's crazy. And then and then he has followers. That's the craziest part. He has a female follower. Um, I think her name is what's her name, Mamacita or something like that. Like, how could you sit up and listen to a man say that he'll put his baby mama's head, he'll knock his baby mama's head between a washing machine and a dryer, and you're a woman and you're agreeing with this?
So you know what? I don't think some of them probably caught that last part. So let me run it back for some people, because I know some of them said they just got here.
Called selective hearing.
I'm gonna do this one time for you guys again, because I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna replay this video again and
run it back.
I want you guys to listen again. This is Jay Lethal for those who just got on, and then I'm gonna wrap up. Hold on one second. Let me find it. Here we go.
You can ask me any yes or no question in this world, and I'll answer it yes or no. And then I'll tell you why I believe that. And then I'll tell you why there needs to be different context. If you can't answer a yes or no question, you don't deserve to talk to men. You're a pussy and your mother sucks dick. I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to read some more comments. I just want to let you know. I had to get this shit off my chest. And I don't give a fuck how many people saw it. Daphne, you wrong. Daphne, I'm not working with you no more ever again, Daphne. You shit on me, Daphne. And I'm the realest nigga you met on YouTube. Daphne, I'm the realest nigga you gonna ever meet on YouTube, Daphne. I don't give a fuck about my followers. I mean, I give a fuck about my followers, but I don't give a fuck about how many followers I have. I'm the realest nigga you ever gonna meet on YouTube, Daphne. Me, Daphne. I'm that nigga. Me. And again, I'm not taking away the work that you did, but you took away the work that I've done, and you disrespected me, Daphne. And you are a content creator, Daphne. But you know what, Daphne? I'm not going to call you a bitch or say fuck you. You know why?
You did.
Because, Daphne, you're a woman. And ultimately, Mami Rica, I'm not going back and forth with these women. Mami Rica, I realized a long time ago, I'm not going back and forth with a woman. I'm either going to leave the woman alone, or if she's my baby mama, I'm knocking that bitch head between the washer and dryer. And this is what I'm saying.
I wanted y'all to hear that again. So you see, he said my name like 50,000 times, but he did disrespect me, and I still.
Hey, Miss Daphne, can I? I'm sorry for cutting in.
Yeah.
But I need both you and Mr. Eno to actually take heed of the words I am about to say, as well as the rest of the chat. If y'all have not paid attention, this goes to anybody. This literally seems like one of those like monologue things that every single person does when they are an abusive type of person. They all have the same kind of symptoms. It's always they are loud, or they always have to be overheard. They will always overtalk. They have to get their point across. They will say they don't call you this, but then proceed in the next sentence to actually call you the name that they say they won't. Then they will say exactly what they're going to do, but then proceed to also contradict themselves, saying that they're not going to do it and end up doing it. This happens with a whole lot of narcissistic humans. I'm not putting a specific gender on it because it's for both genders. It's for someone who is very like, how would you say, like, it's kind of like the villain's plot. Like, they have to get their monologue out. They have to say what they're going to do before they do it. It's like they're always calling their shots before they're going to do it. And basically what I just heard, even what you just played there, he basically told you what he was about to do before he actually did it. He said he didn't call you the B word, but yet the sentence before, he called you the B word. It's kind of like what's it called? It's like a form of intimidation. Like, I have to, if I have to make you feel lower by shouting to you. It's like one of those like type of like how would you say like a senior type of person, like I got more power than you because I speak louder than you. If I can overshout you and tell you what I'm going to do to you, it'll scare you. I'm trying to scare you by yelling at you, by telling you what I'm going to do, and I dare you to do it, but you can't do it because I'm going to scream at you so much that it's going to try to bring some type of what you would call it, a mental fear. Like, he wasn't attacking just you guys as human beings. He was trying to attack y'all personality. It wasn't just the fact of you being a woman, Daphne, and you being a man, Eno. He was actually hitting at both of y'all's personalities as a human being. And I mean, that's why I basically came on here, because listening to that, I've heard stuff like that so many times from so many different type of people. They're all loud. They all have this, like, it's like a calling card. They're really loud. They got to express themselves. They have like the highest form of insecurity, so they have to cover it up by kind of like beating on something to beat it down to make themselves feel better about it. And the fact that he's in his middle 30s, dating someone who basically, technically, I'm going to even say, who just got into the real world out of school. His baby mama just hit 20. This woman is just starting to learn to be a woman. Huh?
Desmond, she was born in 2001. She is not 20.
Oh, 2000. Oh, okay.
Remember, we're in 2024 now, guys. Some of y'all scare me right now. If anybody's interested in school, no, I'm just playing, Desmond. Go ahead, dear.
Yeah. She's still kind of young.
This
so
happened.
She's still
she
learning.
was 20. I get what you're saying. Go ahead, dear.
Yeah, she's still learning. So she's trying to learn from him. But with the type of person he is, he's putting scars on this woman. Like, this is something, even if you think that she's going to recover from it, this is going to be I don't know how long it's going to take for her to recover from this.
Well, don't worry. I want to interrupt you there, because remember, guys, I'm not trying to be on my show that long, and I want Eno to speak too. But
I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and get off.
You're fine, Desmond. I always respect your opinion, Desmond, and thank you for hearing what you heard, and I agree with what you said too. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go. Y'all have a blessed day.
You too. So what I wanted to say, guys, is I was just saying this to Eno today. One thing you won't hear from me, I don't just throw out the word narcissist like it's like accountability, right? I think that a lot of people in this world are not all there, and they just think that narcissist is their way to go. That is a medical term that requires someone to be diagnosed with that. It requires a evaluation of the person. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to stop throwing that word out there on people, because everyone that I had a fallout with, they all called me the narcissist, even though I brought them into my circle, brought them onto my panel, let them talk to Godfrey. A narcissist does not move like that. This is why a lot of you guys need to take your asses to school and be educated on this, because you even have people that are credentialed diagnosing people online, which is a no-no. I've talked to many therapists and counselors who have been in practice for 10, 20, 30, and 40 years. And they told me, calling people a narcissist and saying that they have a personality disorder or their depression, if you did not go to medical school and you did not evaluate the patient, you need to be quiet. Stop throwing that word out there. A lot of people call me that, and they just started saying it a year ago. If you go back to their page in 2022, you won't even see the word narcissist ever mentioned. People are throwing that word out like accountability. And we need to stop doing that. Call the behavior what it is. Crazy. They're not all together. They're acting a fool. They're jealous. They're envious. Hold on. They're jealous. They're envious. They're haters. But let's stop saying narcissist, because a lot of you don't even know the true meaning behind it. And you're not medical professionals. But you'll see these people with certificates calling people online a narcissist. On what grounds? What medical school did you go to? When was Daphne Sutton your patient? Now, after speaking with therapists, I asked them, is this something that you would do to someone you don't like online? They said no. It's a difference between, if I don't like you because you're exhibiting, self-centered behavior, That's all that is. But you're not a narcissist. That's like saying that a kid that loves looking at his phone instead of the teacher, oh, he has ADHD. Who are you to diagnose that? We all did things in school where we weren't paying attention to the work. It didn't mean we were sick. So we got to stop throwing out medical terms unless you have evaluated the patient and they gave you permission to release that info. Other than that, let's stop using that word, please. Retire the word narcissist, please.
A lot of people don't even research what is the difference between narcissism, narcissistic personality disorder, and a person who has narcissistic traits. A lot of people don't know or do they research on narcissism, and it's different types of narcissism, like malignant, covert. It's different. So you just can't, say somebody is this if they're not your patient, because you haven't even had a chance. One, you're not a doctor. Two, how are you able to diagnose somebody if you're not a doctor? Three, you see a few different behaviors and then you give a person a whole title based off of that. No, just because you might have a few narcissistic traits does not make you a narcissist. It does not make you suffer from narcissistic personality disorder just because you might have a few traits that's consistent with what will be diagnosed as narcissism. That's what people need not to misconstrue, because a lot of y'all don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about. And I'm gonna just keep it real. Leave that to the people who got degrees for it. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them be wrong too. I would encourage anybody that's a therapist that's on this chat right now, tell me if I'm wrong. Is that something that you guys do? Do you go online and you look at someone's post and say, yep, they're bipolar? Like, I would love to know that, because when I talk to these professionals, some of them were terrified at what I let them hear and see. And they said, no, you got to report that person. I want you guys to know that if someone is diagnosing you online and they are a medical professional and you did not see them as you being their patient, you got to report them. Don't let no one put a title on you, because when people started spreading that I was sick and that I was bipolar and I had a personality disorder, I did lose brand new clients. Not clients who have been my clients, but brand new clients. My older clients, they question why someone would risk their livelihood to try to destroy me. But that's how bad it's gotten. People hate me that much that they want to put a title on me. I'm not sick. Nothing is wrong with me. I told you guys that in 2011, I was diagnosed with anxiety disorder, not a personality disorder. Okay? And if I had anything related to what they're saying, come on, guys, we would know that by now. If I'm a narcissist, you're not getting on my podcast. If I'm a narcissist, it's just going to be me and Godfrey. Why am I bringing on people? It's all about me. It's all about Daphne. I want to be the one. If I'm a narcissist, I would have told TMZ. I would have told the Shade Room, the Spiritual World, Baller Alert. I would have told them about Rhoda before I posted it on my own page. You know how much money I could have made? I'm a narcissist. I need money. I need that narcissistic supply. You guys can't call me that if I'm not exhibiting those behaviors. It's not always about me. I let everybody speak. And what's funny is a certain person told Jay Lethal, did she promise you to the top? I don't make promises like that. I tell people I want to help them. I tell people that I'm here and I want us all to eat. That's all I say. And the same person that told Jay Lethal that, she was on my podcast talking to Godfrey. Didn't pay me a penny. I didn't tell her you have to do this and that. She was on there after only knowing me a few weeks. So I find it odd how these people have all these diagnoses for me after the fallout. But if I'm a narcissist, I would have been that when you were in my circle. Don't do that to me when we fall out. One thing I noticed about the Black community, if you're cool with someone for 5 weeks and they tell you, guess what? Yeah, my mom, she's sick, and I don't know what it's going to be like. And then let's say you guys fall out. That's why your mom is dying, bitch. That was never someone that was genuine. Understand that everybody that had a fallout with me, they ran to social media and made it loud. Not me. I only responded out loud because that's how the disrespect was. But please understand, those people that were in my circle for that short time, they wanted something from me. They weren't genuinely there for me. Because there's people that have been in my circle for over 10 years. First Prime has known me for many years. Eno has been in my life for almost 8 months. So if I was a fraud, don't you think I would have already thrown him out by now? Hey, Eno, have I thrown you out into the trash yet? Because that's what they say I do. and I haven't. So
Not at all.
understand.
I don't. This my thing. I don't have anything for you to use. I came to you. You know, you didn't reach out to me. I came to you, and when I reached out, it didn't have nothing to do with YouTube or anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just that all of that blossomed.
Well, you know, I'm a
You know,
narcissist. So when you reached out to me, did I say, well, hey, you know, I know you're calling me, but I'm gonna have to charge you? Did I ever charge you anything since we've been cool?
not at all. Like I said in the previous videos, you never charged me anything because you doing stuff for me. I'm not doing anything for you. Only thing I've done for you was basically make you that song, and that was a thank you. You didn't ask for it. You know, I felt like, okay, well, this is something that I feel like, you know, she deserves because she helped me change the
And hold
direction of
on.
my life.
And did I send you a little something that I felt that you deserved too?
Yeah.
Okay. So I always show my appreciation to people. And let me ask you, you know, when I sent you that little token, did I post it online to show people?
Not at
Okay.
all.
But let me ask you this. Did I play your music on my page a couple times?
Yep.
Did I tell your friend what I wanted to do for you too?
Yep.
Okay. Did I tell him he had some assignments to do so I can help him?
Yep.
And did I charge him anything for my services?
Not at all.
So guys, I want you to know that I love helping people. I really have a big heart. And it hurts me when my own people are the ones that are trying to see me fail. And Jay Lethal, I honestly thought he was a good person, just really loud. And I didn't know that he was an abuser.
He's
And
an
he even knew
asshole.
what hurts me the most is that I told him about my abuse. And he felt sympathy because we were talking about people we've lost. And I told him about the things that I went through in my life. So knowing that I'm telling someone something that is doing it, I guess it hit me differently. And even though I know that he did some bad things, I hope that prison time reforms him. And I hope that he learns to keep his hands to himself, because you can't go around preying on people smaller than you. You can't do that. And that woman is going to be okay, you guys. She's protected. I'm letting you guys know. And Eno has the power to make sure this man stays in there longer than 10 years, because Jay Lethal threatened to choke him out until he died. He said that on his live. And Eno is a street dude, so he didn't take his threat seriously. Eno don't come from a background with, I'm going to run to the police. I told Eno, you'll be doing it for the mother of his child, because if he doesn't get the time that he deserves, he's going to be out to do this again. And Eno said that ain't even my style. It would be my style. I'm letting you know that now, because abusers don't get no time with me or anyone. And I want to make sure that they're always where they need to be. He had enough chances in 2020. He ruined it. So 2022, you go back and do something again. I want to let you know that he's also tried to harm a child. So if that doesn't change y'all perspective, I don't know what will. I know we're all imperfect, but when you do things like that to innocent kids that are from God, I just can't let that slide, guys. I love kids. I might not have any personally, but I love them because I spent my life making sure they were in the right hands. That's what I did. And I was damn good at that. So I just want y'all to know that even though there's people that still think I'm crazy and I'm sick and I make threats and I'm this big Suge Knight individual, all of that is just words. It isn't true. And anyone telling you that I don't believe in God, I know there's a lot of people that don't. I'm telling you that I believe in God. The devil isn't controlling me. I am a true believer in God. Just because I hold people accountable, it doesn't mean that I'm a devil. We're supposed to tell people when something isn't right. That's of God. The devil would look the other way and say, go ahead and abuse that kid. Go ahead and choke the hell out of that woman. Good job. Good job, Jay Lethal. That's the devil. God will say, yeah, accountability time. So if you're going to call me something, make sure you have the receipts. Because again, abusers and people that try to harm kids, you'll never be close to me. I will always make sure that you're put away. So again, you could do what you feel, but I'm going to make sure that they know what he said about what he would do to his baby mama. Because I found that really odd, how that's what he did before he choked the hell out of her. So I need y'all to just imagine it being your sister, your wife, someone close to you that's a female. And if you don't get angry, then keep following him. But don't free him. And please don't send him any money. If you're his family, you go ahead and do that. You support abuse, cool. But on this side, we don't support that. I will never. And if he does get any type of freedom, everyone's going to know that he is an abuser. You don't get to run from that. This wasn't an allegation where she made it up because he left her. This man came to her job, and now the order says he can't come to her job. When you come to someone's place of business because you're that angry, it takes me back to Terry. Y'all remember Terry, who took bullets for a woman whose boyfriend showed up at her job at Walmart and started beating her ass. And Terry stepped in, and the guy emptied the clip out on Terry and killed him. And this man had 2 kids, and he was going to the Air Force because the idiot came to her job. She knew this man was angry the whole day and thought, I'm going to go to my job because I'm going to be protected. Walmart didn't protect her. She was getting her ass beat in the frozen food aisle. And Terry stepped in and died for a woman. So again, when you know you got a crazy person at home, when you know somebody's trying to harm you, ladies, please alert everybody. It isn't fair to innocent people who don't know what you're dealing with. So if you guys are going through, if any men or women are going through that same scenario where you're scared, email me. I will help you for free. You don't have to suffer by yourself. But please don't stay quiet knowing that you got somebody that can harm other people, because that's when these men and women get harmed stepping in. They had no idea this person was trying to hurt you, but you did. So don't do that to people. One thing I did as a victim, I made sure I wasn't in places where there was a lot of people because I knew he wasn't scared. I didn't want nobody trying to defend me for something that I'm staying in because of my own fear. I was young, dumb. So ladies, I'm just trying to help. Fellas, I'm just trying to help. Eno, did you have anything else you needed to say?
If it's any women out there who listening, don't sit around and just take abuse, because if somebody put their hands on you one time, they might apologize about it, but just know that it's coming again. It might not be today, tomorrow, but it's coming. So those are the type of people you have to watch. And to all you gentlemen out there, don't be like Jay Lethal. If you could control your emotions, you could control your life. You change the way you think, you change the way you act. You change the way you act, you change the way you live. That's about all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave y'all with that. God bless y'all. Even God bless Jay Lethal, because, I can't, even though he did what he did and said what he said, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray for him. And I'm going to pray that he find healing in whatever it is that he's going through that's making him act in the way that he's acting toward humanity. I'm not even going to say women. I'm going to just say people in general, because it's something definitely, wrong with him. But, I'm going to pray for him and keep him in my prayers, and hopefully, because you got to pray. You got to pray for the people who
you got to pray for him, but you also got to hold him accountable. Like I said,
yes, ma'am.
You literally have his freedom, his extended freedom in your hands. Because I'm telling you, he set it up just like with Rhoda. I could have easily, when Rhoda posted those, my New Jersey case and my husband's New Jersey case, and said, and they got warrants, she was slandering me, and that wasn't true. I could have easily said, you know what? I'm within the time frame. Let me reach out to Texas and let them hear her say, can anybody give me Daphne's address, Daphne's location? Then I'm going to come after your family and your friends and your job. I had so many threats on Rhoda. I didn't go to the police on Rhoda. It wasn't worth it. I knew that this fraud charge would be huge. But at any time, I'm still within the statute of limitations. I can still pursue charges on Miss Osman. So if I was her, I would stop spreading things about me, because I don't have priors. You're showing them court cases, not convictions. You guys got to know the difference. People want other people to say, wow, she has a court case for something petty. Let me go and prosecute her. I'll be back. That's not the way life works. And no civilian has the right to say, I'm going to add charges. They can't say that. You're not the prosecutor. You're not the judge. Please sit down. You're not even a police officer. Sit down. So people might taunt and say things, but I know they can't do them. I have a circle of people that know the law. I would recommend people just use your brain. Nobody knew that Jay Lethal was this type of person because I didn't dox him. So this to let you guys know that I just don't dox people for sport, like people are saying that I do. I never do that. But if you come into my circle and then we fall out and then you say threatening things, I got to make sure I'm okay. I didn't need to dox him. Everything was public record. Somebody put his name on there, Joshua, and that's all I needed. I know his full government name, and I'm not going to say it. I'm still going to give him a little grace because I know that April 5th is not going to be a good date for him. And even in the meantime, even if Eno told me, well, I don't want to be a part of this, I could still send them what he said to somebody else online, whether Eno wants to pursue charges or not. It establishes his character. He literally told y'all what he would do to his baby mama, and he had already did it. He had already did it. That's crazy. And doesn't care. He didn't sound sad. So all I'm saying, guys, is to those women that say I don't hold men accountable, what are you going to say now? Joshua is a man, a black man that I am holding accountable. What are y'all going to say now? That this is a lie? Well, I'm going to show you the receipts because you know a lot of y'all don't believe me until I show you. But one thing I want y'all to know is that people are going to continue to hate Daphne because they're not me. They want to be me so bad. They accuse me for negative things going on in their life. I want to remind you, if you're an artist and you're putting out music, if you're an actor and you're putting out movies, if you're an author and you're putting out books, please don't forget the things you did that were negative. If I'm trying to promote a song to people and I put it out there for you to review and you guys find my public Facebook and you see I'm bashing people, you're not going to leave me a good review. So if you are trying to get good reviews from people under your real name, that's the same name that you were bashing Daphne Sutton with, it's not going to be good for you. People are going to review you how they fit. If you're out there lying on me, going on 4 YouTubes and telling people that I'm crazy and I stole from you, and now you're trying to get people to buy your book, good luck. Or buy your song, or buy paintings from you, good luck. What you put out, you're going to get back. So I know that there's people spreading rumors that I am behind somebody's downfall. They did it to themselves. When you go on 4 different YouTube pages and you talk about me in public under the name that's on your book, do you think people are not going to look you up on Facebook and then see how you're calling people musty and see how you're talking about people's wigs? And they're cancer survivors that wear wigs. You know, wigs are not just exclusive to these IG models and people that wear them every now and then. You know, people with diseases wear wigs too. So imagine a cancer survivor going on Amazon and seeing your name, and before they buy your book, or before they buy your clothing, or before they buy your product, they look your name up on Facebook and they see you talking about wigs. And they see you talking about people's looks. And this person lost all their hair. Yeah, you might not get any sales. If you want my advice for a struggling artist, or a struggling author, or a struggling actor, if you need the public to help you, you have to be good to the public. And if I wanted to destroy somebody's music that they're putting out, or clothing line, or book, I can go on my Facebook of 89,000 people and give them the link and tell them, go and leave a horrible review. You'll have more than just 2 or 3 reviews. You would have hundreds. That's my following. And all I would have to do is show them the things you did to me. I haven't done that. So I encourage people, if you're going to be a negative energy in this world, don't expect positive. And I find it funny how people will say that the negative reviews came from people that did not buy from you, but the good reviews where they weren't verified purchases, that was okay. You can leave a good review and not buy my stuff, but don't you leave no bad review and don't buy my stuff. You got to give people the same energy. One thing I learned is I'm going to get bad reviews on me in my life. Just don't lie on my character. That's all I'm saying. If you don't like my shows, her shows are long and they're weak. Cool. I'm not going to change for you. But if you say I don't like her shows because she's a predator, now we got a problem because you're lying on me. I don't mind you talking bad about me. Just don't lie on my character. That's all I'm saying. And what's sad is that the people that hate me, I know they're trying to promote themselves and they haven't moved at all in years. I could help them. When I said I could take people to the top, that's not how I talk. I say I want us all to eat. I even told my husband the other day, I still want to help this person. And he looked at me and got up and walked away because that's my heart. That's what I like to do, help people. That's what I do. And I have to learn that they're out here trying to hurt you. Why are you giving them love when they hate you so much? I was taught that way. Even when they called me a crackhead baby to make a shot at my mother, I still forgave them. So I want you guys to know that please don't believe what you hear about me if they don't have any receipts backing it up. Please form your own opinion. Because Jay Lethal, my opinion on him, he was just loud and aggressive. But I didn't think he was actually out there putting his hands on women and kids. I did not know that because I didn't dox him. And while he was out here trying to solve Rhoda's case, they were looking at him. The same police department, the same court. It's crazy. He's sitting in there right now. He's been there for almost 3.5 weeks. So all I'm saying, you guys, is the loudest one in the room is usually the guilty one. And I'm not loud. I'm loud on my shows, but when Jay Lethal talked about me on January 20th, y'all didn't see one video about him on my page. One post. That's how Daphne Sutton moves. So when people say that I'm a narcissist, I should have went back and forth with him that day, right? So I can bring it all back to Daphne. Right? I didn't say anything until today. We're in March. And I knew about the live because Eno told me. And I listened to the whole 4-hour live. So what I'm saying is, if I'm what these people are saying I am, why am I not moving like that? That's why you need to be in your own lane. And if you don't have a medical background and I'm not your patient, and I am your patient, I get it. But if I'm not, then you need to kind of be quiet. Stop it. Stop throwing that word out there because you sound real ignorant. You do. And now that I've exposed Jay Lethal, people are still going to say that I'm lying. They're going to say, yeah, he's in jail. He's been in jail for a few weeks, but not for that. They're still going to double down on it, just like they do with Rhoda. And when I released that information about Rhoda, people did after me and try to add a couple words in it. I did that on purpose because I already told people what was going to happen, and I was right. You learn how to read people after you've learned their patterns. There are people in this world who wake up to Daphne and they go to sleep to Daphne. Thank you for allowing me to be in your head and in your heart. I appreciate it because you're not in mine. All I'm asking you guys to do is just please stay in your lane and leave me alone. I'm in my own lane. And I'm going to continue to expose people who are not doing right because that's the right thing to do. And to you black women who say I don't love y'all and care about y'all, I just did a show on a man who did something that doesn't sit with me. If that's not enough for y'all, then I'm never going to please you guys. But one thing I will never support, I don't care if you're my own brother. If you're out there putting your hands on women, we didn't come from a coward woman. We came from a strong woman that taught us. You don't just go around doing that. Now, if you're defending yourself, then yes, you're fine. But he brought himself to her job. She did not hurt him. He hurt her. So again, if anybody that's familiar with who he is, he's Jay Lethal on YouTube. Go take a look. And if anybody is family tells you she's lying, he's not in jail for that. He was just being loud and they arrested him. They're a bold-faced lie. They're a Carly Russell, Rhoda Osman, Jasmine Moss lie. If they tell you that. He's looking at a felony charge. And when I read what the sheriff wrote down, it's like a 99% guarantee he's doing years in prison. I read every document under him. I read his priors. This man is dangerous. When your bail is $150,000 starting off, you didn't do no light level shit. Not even Rhoda's bail was that high, you guys. And she committed fraud. Felony level fraud. Jay Lethal's bond, 150,000 of them things. So you tell me if that's a low level offense. I'm going to show you guys. It looks just like Rhoda's, only his name is on there. That's it. Mahmoud, we're talking about Jay Lethal. You're going to have to catch up. So guys, for you, I'll leave the show on for a little bit, but then I'm going to take it off. I just wanted you to know why I was about to post these court records on my YouTube. Also, I know we were talking about the Drea situation. We'll talk about that on Sunday on Cheaters. We know that Drea, the woman that was on all those love and hip hop shows or Basketball Wives, whatever it was, Drea's 39 years old. She's an Instagram model, and she's pregnant by Jalen Green, who's an NBA player, and he's 22. He's 22, and her son is 22. They're both the same age. We got to start talking about these women predators. If you go back on my YouTube, I did do shows about grooming and predators. That's what a lot of these pages are not doing. We're going to bring that back because I think it's something that we need to talk about. Virginity, that episode that we're going to do next week is going to be called Virginity. I want people involved in that. I did take a poll on my Facebook and it got like over collectively. I probably got about 5,000 comments. But I can honestly say on the men's side, 80% of the men lost their virginity to like a neighbor, a babysitter, or a friend of the family. A lot of the women said it was a guy at school, somebody they knew. And I just think that we need to talk about that. I honestly feel like more boys are molested than girls. If you want to go back to the Catholic priests, you won't hold a candle. They've been molesting boys for decades. I don't think they're doing real statistics on this. They're just assuming, well, you know, women, because it's women. No. These young boys have been getting molested at higher rates. You got Catholic priests that have been doing it since 1970s. And no one's speaking on it because we're talking about man on man. And it's embarrassing. Right? So again, we're going to get to that on the next one. But I just wanted y'all to know that I was really disappointed to find that information out last night. So if anybody tells you that Jay Lethal was in jail because of something minute, they're covering for him. He's facing a felony for trying to stop the breathing of the mother of his child. That's a felony offense. He did this in 2022, way before the brick incident. He has been arrested several times. And his bail was all the way up at $150,000. It is currently at $50,000, in which he has to pay the full amount. Full amount, not $5,000. So I just wanted y'all to know that because a lot of people might double down and say it ain't that serious. It's serious. It is. April 5th might be when he's actually charged. Do I feel bad for him? I don't. I don't feel bad for men who've had many chances to stop and they keep doing it. When you have a protective order against you, that means you're supposed to stay your ass where you're at. He's violated that so many times, you guys, to hurt someone. So again, some people, they need to be in jail so they can see what it's like to be controlled, to have butt games with other people bigger than you. Put your hands on us, dog. Put them dreads in 2 pigtails. Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy up in there. I hope that he learns from this, and I hope that the mother of his child can live in peace, because right now she's living in fear. And I know all about that fear. She went through it for that short time. I went through it for 3.5 years. I know all about that fear. I just didn't do shit about it. She did. She has more guts than I did at her age. I was a coward when it came to mine. I didn't want to see him get what Jay Lethal was about to get. So I didn't mind taking the hits. But I wish I had the strength that she had at that time. I didn't have it. I thought about him and what would happen to him when they saw the marks and the bruises and all that on me. I knew he would be over. And I didn't want to affect him getting a good job in his life. So instead of me calling the police, I called his dad. And I saved his life that way. A lot of people are not blessed enough to do it that way, but that's how I did it. But I wish I would have had the courage in the beginning to tell my family what was going on with me instead of saying I got it in basketball. Y'all feel me? So again, when it comes to abuse, I take that seriously. And I hope that this woman gets a really, really good therapist and good counseling, and that she's able to live comfortable again. Because I know that when I got into my relationship with my husband and he put his hand up and I flinched and ducked, it scared him more than it scared me. That's when you know you haven't healed. And I had to go get help for that. So I want you to know that he's being held accountable. And we're not talking about small time. He's going to be doing some serious time. And I just hope that people don't donate money to him because, you know, they support what he does. Because then you'll be supporting abuse. No, he didn't delete his YouTube. It's up. It's Jay Lethal. J space Lethal. Can one of my admins find the page and put it in the chat for people so I can promote it? It's up there. He didn't delete nothing because he's in jail. Ain't no way unless they gave him a burner. It's been up. So he might, he might give his family the information to shut it down. I think he might do that because now I've exposed him. He's been trying to stay hidden all this time. So I'm not going to say he can't do that. He can. He might actually get his family to shut it down. Is it down? I'm the second. Thank you, introvert. He said the molesting of boys.
I'm on his page leaving comments right now.
Okay, cool. Introvert said that the molesting of boys in the Catholic Church for thousands of years. Okay, over 1,000. Sorry, I wasn't here, so I don't know. Sorry, I might have gotten the years wrong. I'm just saying that the molestation on boys in those churches, it's been going on for a long time. So if you're saying 1,000 years, okay, thank you for that. I didn't know. Thank you for quoting me. Yeah, First Prime. Yeah, First Prime. I heard you on a show too. I didn't even know you did a show. I was almost gonna ban you too. I thought you were on his side because he literally used my platform and made it about him. Now, if y'all gonna call somebody a narcissist off of that, I didn't show that behavior. If everybody knows my channel, I give everybody a chance to speak. You got channels that don't allow people on them. It's all about them. They're gonna tell you the tea, and that's it. Me, I let everybody speak. I do the total opposite of what y'all saying that I'm doing. I don't want all the recognition. I wanted to ask you guys this before I close. Did anybody see me doing any news conferences about Rhoda? Can somebody tell me in the comments? Have you seen me doing any voices or writing a statement and sending it to the news? And have you seen anything regarding me clout chasing during this Rhoda thing? Anybody? No. Thank you, Desmond. 3 news outlets reached out to me and wanted me to talk to them. One of them said they would fly me out because they only did interviews in person. All expense paid trip. Have you seen me on any of the Houston news stations? No. The woman that wrote that article about me, she didn't get that from me. She actually thought I was a TikToker. Y'all know good when hell would never put me as a TikToker. She found my Instagram, and that's how she knew I was about mental health. But she never said Daphne told us. Sutton said on the record, Daphne let us know. You didn't hear any of that. So if I'm all about attention and wanting money, my YouTube was not monetized during this time. I didn't do any big radio stations. They asked me. My husband is a chief engineer at one of the top news stations in the nation. Do you honestly think I wouldn't have taken all this clout? Nobody even seen me post my shirts. So if you're going to talk about me wanting attention, please come with receipts. Olin did more interviews than I ever do. I didn't expose Rhoda for the attention. It's what I've been doing already. So when y'all said I wanted all the attention, what attention did I really get? You mean from these YouTube pages? You're telling me the news wouldn't have blown me up bigger than them? Let me tell y'all something. I'm appreciative of these YouTube pages that posted about me helping solve the case. But I can guarantee you, if I did one of those news interviews, I would have really blown up. Can somebody confirm that? If I would have did just one of those 3 news interviews, are y'all telling me I wouldn't have blown up? Hello? It would have been easy. They probably would have gave them my Cash App. I said, I'll wait until she is charged. Then we can have a conversation. I'm not going to use this time to clout chase. She hasn't even been charged yet. Hold off, y'all. You're getting too excited. I would have loved to go to Texas and for an all expense paid trip. I got family there. It would have been great. I would have did my little cowboy hat. But it's not worth it, guys. It's not all I'm trying to do. So those who know me know that I don't do things for money. And I don't ask you guys for money. I'm doing good over here. I'm blessed. But to my haters, if you guys are not willing to come onto my show and tell me why you hate me, why are you talking about me out loud? So I'm going to make this message to you guys. If you guys don't agree with what I do and you think I'm sick and you think I'm crazy and you think I'm not really helping Black men and Black women, I challenge you to email me, MEN_TAL health@yahoo.com. Someone please put my email in the chat so I can promote it. If you don't like me and you don't like the things that I do, I challenge you to come on to a live show with me and tell people out loud how you feel. Why keep posting on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok about me instead of coming to me? I thought that's what women and men did. I give you guys the opportunity all the time, but nobody wants to say it out loud because you know it isn't true. You know it isn't true. I'm giving you a chance to come on to my show. I will do the show tomorrow before my other show on Sunday just for y'all. If you do not like me, I'm not going to judge you and tell you I'm going to beat you up. I just want to know why. What did I do to you, or what am I doing that makes you hate me? Let's talk about it like grown people. If you're not going to come to me, then shut the hell up. That tells me that you are extremely scared and that you're a fake yourself, because y'all have no problem with posting memes and posting things about me on YouTube, but you'll never come to me. Why? I'm telling you right now, we could talk about it, but they don't want to talk about it because then that would expose that they're not being honest, right? So what's the point? I'm sure the whole panel, the whole chat would love to have my haters come and tell me, Daphne, I don't like your ass. Why? Because I don't. Y'all remember that lady? I said, why don't you like me? Because I don't. Why? I just don't. That's not an answer. That's not an answer. Tell me what I did to you. You didn't do nothing to me. So then why don't you like me? I just don't. And then you have some people saying she terrorizes Black women. How many cases have I been convicted of for terrorizing Black women? Anyone? None. How many cases have I been convicted of for harassing and stalking people? None. Fraud? None. Assault? None. Murder? None. So what are y'all scared of? To tell me that in 9 years, people haven't taken me to jail or to court because they're scared of me, that's a cop-out. I'm not Suge Knight. What are you scared of? People just say that to make me sound like I'm this big bully, and I'm not. I'm far from that. So again, can someone put my email out there? Because I want my haters to see it before I get off. Please, anyone that does not like the Celebrity Podcast, if you think I don't like Black women, if you think I cater to men, I crave attention. The world is all about Daphne. Daphne only solved the Rhoda case because she wanted money. If you feel this way about me, come on my show and let's have an adult conversation. You guys will never do that because you already know that you're lying about me. And you don't want your friends to hear your voice of you saying that I did these things when I didn't. So I get it. They will never come onto my panel because they know that they're not being truthful. I didn't steal from anybody. This Rhoda case, I was on from day one. If you go to any of their pages, you won't see a post from September the 3rd. I can guarantee you a $1,000 cash app. If you can go to those people saying, I solved it before Daphne, look at when they first posted about Rhoda. And it wasn't September the 3rd. I've already done this research. So when people that are big hear that I stole from them, they do their research first. Okay, let me go to Daphne's Instagram. Okay, September the 3rd. Now let me go to the person that said that she stole from her. September the 8th. Okay, yeah, Daphne was ahead of them by 5 days. How the fuck did I steal from you? I went back into time? Come on, you guys. We got to use logic. So again, Jay Lethal didn't give me anything that broke the case. He allowed me to know what Rhoda was doing on Instagram. That was it. That isn't nothing that helped me. The police were watching the same things that y'all were watching. But what I learned is that these people
right now,
mute. But what I learned is that these people, they just wanted to be cool with me because they wanted something from me. So I'm going to say this today. If you are a content creator and I got more subscribers than you and you're looking to be where I'm at, tell me that on day one. Please don't act like you're trying to, hold people accountable when you know your ultimate goal is to be where I'm at. Because the amount of subscribers, it doesn't matter. I don't feed off of this. If I was really excited and I wanted to have 100,000 subs like the other YouTube pages, I'll start posting celebrity drama. That's just not me, guys. I like to post real shit. I don't like to post what I think is going on because the shade room set is going on. I like to post things that I did in real time. That's just me. That's my lane. I don't want to become a celebrity junk page. There are great pages that do that very well. Very well. O'Shea Dukes is one of the best to do it. That's his lane. That isn't my lane. So again, I want you guys to know that YouTube was never my lane. So me getting 20,000 subs, that's a blessing. But people will hold me accountable to someone else that might have 100,000 and say that they're better than me. Okay, that's your opinion. But I don't see those pages solving cases. I don't see those pages helping kids out of abusive situations. So it's good. It's good that they're doing that. But what else are they doing? So I want you guys to know that I'm gonna be okay. But again, I don't condone violence and I don't condone abuse. So I'm hoping that this helped somebody today. And even though today people will hear this show and say, they'll still say that I don't like Black women. This isn't enough for them. They would want me to change my whole page to I don't like men. And then I'll get all the love and support from the sisterhood. I don't need that love and support. So again, if you're not going to talk to me one-on-one on my show, and I'm only doing it on my show because I want people to hear it. I don't want to do anything private anymore. Because then you can say you said this and I can say I said that. I want my haters to face me on a live show that I will do tomorrow, where you guys can tell me why you don't like me and come with receipts. If you can't do that, then guys, if you're seeing things online, just ignore it because you know that they were scared to tell it to me. That's what it's about. Can I please have one of my moderators please put my email? I asked you guys like 5 times. Where my moderators at? I might need more mods because I think some of my mods are asleep right now. I need more mods. Nikki Jones, come on. I'm looking at y'all with these wrenches. I'm gonna add some more mods to my page. But my email is MEN_TAL health@yahoo.com. That is my email, Uncle Snacks. Did you get it? Okay, I'm just looking at, or just talk about men that would get you a lot of, yeah. You know what, guys? I had somebody come to me. I told y'all about this. I've had several pages come to me that have millions of subscribers. I'm not talking about like 500,000. We're talking about 2.5 million, 5 million. They have a lot of subs and their pages are all over the place. But I've had people come to me and say, look, if you can just talk about men doing bad shit at a higher rate than women, your page will blow up overnight. Here's the hashtags you want to use. Do it in this format. I've had pages come to me like that. And you know, they want to show off their millions of subs to make me think, wow, really? Y'all see me still at 20.4, right? That ain't my lane. I'm not doing that because men aren't doing these things at higher rates than women. It's women. I got about 60 new screenshots in my phone just off of the last 2 days of women doing stuff. So forgive me for posting the stuff that's out there, but I'm not going to change. One thing y'all can't say about me is that I changed. I stayed the same and I'm still being judged. These same people that say she's not licensed to give advice. Kevin Samuels had reviews from couples who said he saved my marriage. What license did Kevin Samuels have in marriage counseling? Can someone tell me? Maybe I'm wrong. I know he attempted to go to college, but had to drop out because he got cancer. But does anyone know, other than him being an image consultant? Because an image consultant isn't the same as a licensed therapist or a licensed coach or even a life coach. So can someone tell me what credential Kevin Samuel had where he was able to give advice to married couples or women about relationships? Can anybody help me with that? Because I know he's the king out here and a lot of y'all follow him. Anybody know? Did he have any degrees? He had none. Thank you, Desmond. He had none. So how come people are doing videos on me giving advice, but they never said anything to Kevin when he was here? And when he passed away, many people said he saved my marriage. This man that did not have any credentials was out here saving marriages because of his raw truth. What people didn't like. Remember, they said Kevin Samuels hated black women too, right? Oh, you were too. Oh, you can hit the A gap like a motherfucker. But I didn't see anyone doing videos saying he's terrorizing the black community. He's killing us. They were actually a part of his team. Now that he's gone, they're attacking me. Who am I? So when I posted that woman, I didn't even show her face. But when I posted that guy's girlfriend who was big, because he said that she looked better than everybody in the group, people came at me. Oh, that woman was innocent bystander. How? When her dude was in the group talking about everybody else. That's what happens. She was a casualty. That's what happens. You don't think Kevin Samuels would have did the same thing? If she said, you don't look better than my dude look better than your ugly, nerd-looking ass. What? You don't think he would have gotten a picture of her dude? Are y'all really telling me Kevin wouldn't have got her with that? Don't play with me today. So don't sit here and judge me for the things you supported Kevin for, doing the same shit. The only difference is I didn't call people a two. I didn't tell people they was fat and they can hit the A gap, because that would have got me blocked. I didn't call them oversized freezers and all that, unless they said it to me. But he did not have a problem telling people that they look bad. So again, but they didn't say nothing about him terrorizing, right? And when he passed, what was the race of women that were doing watch parties for his death? Black women. So I just find it odd how you guys are downing me. And I'm nothing like he was, but you guys praised him. All I'm saying is Kevin Samuels helped a lot of people without a degree and without a license. And I didn't see any licensed or degree people doing videos about how he's messing up the community. Those people chose to be in his atmosphere. So that's what you get. Those women chose to come onto his show and be called ugly, right? So when people go into these groups and they put their business out there, why are y'all mad that I'm saying something about it? Can we make it make sense, please? The difference is I have 4 college degrees. 2 are at the master's level. That means I mastered 2 different things. And 1 is life coaching. So how can you say that I'm not credentialed enough to offer life coaching? That's what I went to school for. I can actually do that. So again, guys, we have to do better. I hate that I'm going at it like this with my people, but that's what it is. But hey, did they post my email? Hold on. Kendra. Hey, there is a woman named Kendra, right? The one that's on the radio, and you said she saved somebody's marriage. What credentials does Kendra have? You see a lot of these people that are on YouTube talking about relationships, and they don't have any credentials, but they got 200,000 subs. So all I'm saying is they're attacking me because it's me. That's why. If you don't want my advice, don't ask me for it. You might not like my advice, but don't ask me. I'm just telling y'all that I never changed. Kevin Samuels, he started off talking to men about their image, how to wear a suit. That wasn't selling. That wasn't getting him the viral moments. He would have never sat with Nicki Minaj and sat with the Futures if he was still doing the suit stuff, because nobody was really watching it. But then when he started changing his platform, telling women the truth, he blew up overnight. His Instagram was started like in 2018. My very first Instagram was started in 2012. I've been doing this. So when people compared me to Kevin, I said, oh, okay. Because I could have sworn back in 2015, I was still terrorizing people when they were doing wrong, saying, hey, that's not right. Don't do that. Don't post that. Y'all didn't know who Kevin Samuels was in 2014. And don't tell me that I'm wrong, because you didn't. When COVID hit, he blew up. Because now y'all were stuck watching stuff online. So again, if you're going to judge me, do it all the way through. Fair. I'm nothing like he was. But that man had his own lane and it worked. They had change.orgs for him. And it worked for him. It just so happened black women caught a lot of his bullets, because they went on asking him for his advice. Lose weight. Who's that fat girl in the background? He just didn't talk about the main people. I remember a live where this woman had her friend in the background, and she was big. He wasn't afraid to call anybody big. I can tell you that. But I don't remember people saying, oh, her friend caught her stray. Her friend was an innocent person. I don't remember people saying that, but they say it to me. So y'all got to stop this going back and forth. I can't do this. Hold on. Yes, you did. Thank you. Okay, guys, there's my email. So I'll say this again to my haters. I'm giving you the opportunity to email me. I will do a show tomorrow just for you, a quick show, where you will be given the chance to tell me why you dislike what I do online. Now, if you say, I don't like you because I don't like you, then it's not worth it. I need a real reason. Well, Daphne, I don't like what you do because, you know, you're hurting Black women. How? Because Black women are doing wrong and you're calling it out. If that's all you're going to say to me, then we don't have a conversation. Because that's what you're supposed to do. My dad didn't teach me to see something and turn away. So if you go into a group and you tell somebody, I'm about to put blood in his spaghetti, would I be wrong for telling them? To the women, yeah. Men, they'll say, you're our hero. That's cannibalism. You can't do that. And I remember when I got that woman in trouble for that, women were mad at me. They said, it ain't really nothing gonna happen to him with her putting her period blood in there. Nothing's gonna happen. Just listen to what they were telling me. It's just a myth. Oh, if you put a little bit of blood in there, it'll make him stay. No. Every man deserves to know what he's eating. And he said the fucked up part is, we had spaghetti. I feel bad. So again, if you don't want me knowing your business, don't put it out there. It is simple as that. Please stop sharing personal information. Because when you make it public, it's no longer private. So I don't owe anybody loyalty. Women and men are not off limits. And ladies, if you see men doing these nasty things, let me know. I've only had to report like maybe 2 or 3 men to CPS in all the years I've been doing this. Men know that they can't do nothing online or it's over for them. If a man was grooming his beard and his daughter was right next to him in a bikini or in a bathing suit, they would say the dad is a predator. Men can't do anything normal online without being labeled a predator. But these women can do all these things and she's labeled a good mother. No. Ladies, y'all got to do better. So I just want to tell you guys today that Jay Lethal is being held accountable. And if you choose to support him, you don't got to tell me. That is your prerogative. I promise you. I don't care if you don't tell me. But if you tell me, I am going to block you from my channel. I don't need that in my life. I don't. I can't deal with someone that hurts people for no reason at all. This man was so mad at me. Y'all heard it in his voice. He was so angry. All because I booted him for being disrespectful. He had my number. He could have called me. But this is what people do. They would rather try to expose me because they want what I got. It ain't that serious to me like it is to them. So again, to my haters, I just promoted my email. Please reach out to me and I promise you, it won't be no argument where I'm going to dox you. I don't dox for sport. Please form your own opinion. I want people that disagree. Don't email me and say, no, I just want to say I agree. I don't need that email. I get too many. I only want specific emails about people who do not like me. Just tell me. Let's talk about it. And if you want to be on my cheaters episode, I need 2 more cheaters. Anyone that has cheated more than 3 times in their relationships, please email me too. That episode is going to be on Sunday, and it's going to be a really wild episode. Okay? Let me see. I'm just looking at your comments. Okay, we ain't got nothing bad in there. So this was a quick show, guys. If you didn't catch it live, I'm sorry. But if you have any questions, email me. I will be posting his report on my community chat. It is public record. But I'm still not going to show the specific case number because it will lead you to the woman. And I want to protect her right now until we know for sure this man is locked under the jail. So after April 5th, if he is charged at that time, then I'll go ahead and show you guys everything and you can do your own research. I hope that's a deal. I know I'm still protecting him in a sort of way, but I'm also protecting her too, because she's right there on the report. And I don't want people going to find this woman. I know what she looks like and everything. I just don't want her to have that kind of attention, guys. I really do care about that woman and them kids. I really do. I want to protect her. That's all. So I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to show you Jay Lethal's full real name, but I'm just telling you now, I'll give you the T so you'll see what I'm saying, that it's a felony case, okay? Slick man, thank you, dear. Yeah, Desmond, he was. You know, I thought Joshua was a good person, but when he told you guys that, so apparently he made up 50% of what got Rhoda in trouble. Somebody else did 90%. Somebody else did the whole thing. So really, I didn't do nothing. I just sat here and went to sleep. According to all these people, they all got these different percentages. We got 100%, 90%, and 50%. Daphne didn't do nothing. They can say that all they want. But what really helped this case was that first GoFundMe and my phone calls. When you guys found out that the police report didn't have a description back in September, that's what helped. Because even though Rhoda showed y'all the police report number, there was nothing on that report. So when someone tells you that they made up 90% of the report, there's nothing on there. They're really telling you that 90% is what I put in. They put in 10. So again, yeah, the first prime, remember he did that live that you were on where he started attacking me. And it just turns out that he does attack women for sport. He does. And that is true. I was hoping that this man was in jail for something small, but this ain't small. I'm telling y'all now, he's going to do some real hard time, and it's not going to be pretty. He might come out as Jaisha after this, but that's what he signed up for. You know, that's all I can say. If I hadn't seen my kids, I'm not going to try to kill the father of my child to see him, because then you're really never going to see him. Duh. Come on, guys. You got to use your head. Someone that thinks that violence is the answer to see their kids, that's someone that I think a therapist does need to see. If I had knew he was going through problems, I would have been there for him. Yep. No, the first prime, I know you didn't know. The first prime, you didn't know he did this. I just said it today, okay? So I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. So like I said, guys, if you're trying to make it in life, just tell me heads up. That's all. That's all I'm asking. Just let me know heads up. Don't tell me you're on my team and you're just going to send me information and then you actually want your watermark on stuff and all that. That's not what I do. When you send it to me, I'm putting my watermark on it. If you don't want that, then you go post it on your page and I get it from somebody else. Right now, I still have several people that follow Rhoda. They've sent me many videos of her going out and eating dinner and shaking her ass. I don't care. She's doing all this because she knows it's about to get real. That's all. But please don't think that I hate black women. Because if I was really mad at Rhoda, I got 3 videos with 3 threats. 1, her saying she's going to bury me. That's more than enough to give her another charge. But see, I'm not scared of Rhoda. I'm not. So I know most people would have did that to me and went to the courts, but I don't move that quick. So I'm just saying, guys, I hope you guys have a good Friday. Please email me, y'all, so we can get this Cheaters episode. This episode is going to be crazy. All I ask is that if this triggers you, if you have been cheated on by a man or a woman and you get real emotional and mad, I would advise you not to be on this show, because some of the things that I heard are disgusting, really disgusting things. And this show is not going to be for the weak. You really got to be able to say, you know what? It happened to me before, so I'm not going to get triggered. Maybe this can help you. A lot of men don't tell their women why they really cheat. They tell them something they want to hear, right? Oh, I just had enough time to do it. But they're not going to really say, well, you know what? You gained weight. Your looks changed. You stopped doing that little thing with the marbles. Men are not going to say that because they don't want to hurt you. So sometimes, ladies, you got to hear the truth on why some men cheat and vice versa. Men, why does she put men numbers in her phone under dominoes? Because you ain't doing your job, fella. You ain't keeping up with her. Some women will hang around with you too because you offer something else that the other guy don't. Wesley Pipes. Wesley Pipes is offering the pipes, but you might be doing everything else right except that. So again, fellas, there's reason why she's dipping on you too. Y'all get lazy too. Start to let the beard grow out, the taco meat on your chest hair. Y'all stop forgetting what y'all looks too. But then ladies, a lot of them do it because y'all not saying nothing. Tell them, babe, I just scheduled you a date with the barber. Please go. I want you to look good. So I'm just saying, guys, it goes both ways. And I think we're all going to learn a lot. We are. And I think everybody can honestly say they've been cheated on at least once. Cheating doesn't have to be physical. If you had a husband at work and a husband at home, that's cheating. Ladies, that's cheating. These are work husbands, cheating. Y'all know what y'all be doing. Yeah, babe, we're all going for happy hour. She lying. She going to the hotel. I know y'all secrets, man, but I'm not going to tell them. I'm not going to tell them. This one I just told y'all, that's from years ago. She said, yeah, I would tell him I'm going to happy hour. And he believed it. And I would have me a change of clothes in my big purse. You know, women keep big purses. I'm over here telling. I'm telling. Y'all better be on that show on Sunday. I'm a tell. Some of them told me a lot of good things that I kept in the back of my mind. So when I speak to couples and they've had infidelity, I kind of know. I know if they're being honest. And I know if they're only saying enough because they don't want to hurt the other person's feelings. Y'all got to let that Band-Aid go in one swipe. Take it off. Okay, I know. Look, Miracle says spill it. I'll spill it on Sunday. Please, guys, listen. We're going to have fun. This page is going to go in a new direction. I'm going to keep you guys updated. There's 2 more parts to this series. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned for the other 2 parts. They're not coming up right now. And these other 2 parts are not about Joshua. Each one is going to be about something different. Okay? Just know that I like to play chess. I'm not going to sit there and talk about people. I'm going to stay quiet. It's better to be quiet. Let them do all the talking. You just keep smiling. But one thing I can say that I want to say this again, and I'm going to reiterate. Please stop talking about people's deceased loved ones. Because as much as I tell people to leave my mother out of things, people still make little jokes. And my family, they know what pages are doing it. All I can say is that I can't control everybody's mouth. So if they decide to go and look at where you came from and who your kids are and who your family is, and they decide to do a big tribute to you, you did that to yourself, not me. Please leave my mother alone. Let my mother rest in peace. Because every other month when I got to go to Zoom and see her killer on the Zoom, we still haven't got full justice for my mother's case. So when you got people out there that like to poke at deceased people, you're not only hurting that person, but their whole family. They can't control their family. They can't control everybody. They can't. I can't. I can't tell people what to do when they see what's being said about my mother. I can't. So when you see your family or your kids and all that out in the atmosphere, you put it there. Not me. All I can do is go to court and tell them this is happening and hope that you slow down. But if you continue to do it, just know that everyone isn't going to just be quiet like me. They're going to reciprocate the energy and talk about you and your loved ones. And if you know your loved ones are not all there, if you know they have a background, if you know they've done bad things, I would think that these people would not talk about other people. But just like Jay Lethal, it could be the next person too. I just don't play checkers. I play chess. So when I do it, it'll be later on. Just know that I know. But I want to let you guys know that even to this day, people are still talking about my mother. And the month of March is not a good month for me because my mother's anniversary is coming up. And I pray that these people that hate me, they don't use my mother's day as a day to do something that can alter their life. Because when people know that you're talking about the dead and you say you support people and you care about people and they've lost people, how does that make you look? We've all lost somebody in our life. So if anybody ever has to bring up your deceased relatives to hurt you, that means that they've lost that war. And they have nothing else to do but grasp for more straws to hurt you. Okay, attack her mother. Mother. You're not just hurting me, you're hurting my family. And those that love my mother. She might not have lived as long as you, but it doesn't give you the right to talk about someone else's mother, especially when you have people in your life that you've lost. That's all I'm saying, guys. And a lot of the people that hate me, that's their only go-to. My mother. That's it. My mother's been gone almost 22 years. And March 22nd will be the date that I have to go through. And then 2 weeks after that, her birthday, April 5th. 2 dates that are very important to me. So I'm telling you haters up front, I would really be careful what you say. Because if you want a public order, that's what you will get. I'm not going to go back and forth with these women anymore. A lot of them do this because they want me to say, I'm going to whoop your butt. Okay, going right to the police. I can't do that, guys. 9 years, I haven't had any issues until last year. I hate that I trusted people, and I hate that I trust in people too quick in the beginning. Because remember, I dox for sport. I don't do that. I actually give people the benefit of the doubt. So again, guys, I have to stop giving people the benefit of the doubt all the time and actually listen to what they say and how they carry themselves. Because I got played again. Like I said, Jay Lethal was someone I did not think who was out here trying to solve a brick case, talking about he was talking to the sheriffs too. That was 100% a lie because they were looking for you, bruh. How was you talking with them when they were looking for you? They didn't know you were on YouTube because they didn't know you as Jay Lethal. That's what makes me mad. You made me think you were also speaking with the police. Yeah, the police were looking for you. So again, y'all, we got to do right. We do. We got to do right. If it's a thing, you should compare Kevin Samuels to Daphne. Wow, Desmond. Desmond, I appreciate that, man. A lot of people will probably come for you for that statement because Kevin Samuels was really big on YouTube. You know, he had a good, 3 or 4 year reign. YouTube, he did really well. But a lot of people, they think because I've been out longer and I don't have as many followers that I'm not validated. But I had to make my Facebook private because I had people going back into like old posts from years ago, and they were reaching out to those people that I got online for doing wrong and telling them, do you want to help us file charges against Daphne? I had people reaching out to me like, hey, we solved our beef a few years ago. Why am I getting this post from a fake account asking me if I want to put you on a court document? That's crazy. So I had to actually make my Facebook private, y'all, and I'm sorry. So you won't be able to see when I first started doing accountability because I have to go back and make it public for y'all. But right now my page is private because I was being stalked really heavy. People were doing shows on my old pages, on my old posts. And then trying to get those people to turn against me for something that happened 2 years ago. It was the weirdest thing I ever seen in my life. But that's how desperate people were becoming. Going back to old stuff, 2018, 2019. What are we doing? So I want you to know that before Kevin Samuels blew up, Shade Room was sharing my stuff in 2016 and 2015. Y'all didn't even know who Kevin Samuels was in 2015 and 16. And if y'all were posting about him, show me that I'm wrong. Show me what YouTube you reshared of Kevin Samuels in 2015 and 16, because he didn't become popular on Instagram until 2018. That's when he started his page. I saw it. He was YouTube. So show me in 2015 and 16 when you were on Kevin Samuels' team. I promise you won't see it. He blew up around 18 and 19 year. I was already out there. So when people compare me to people I've been out longer than, I sometimes do get a little offended because just because I'm not as loud as them or I'm not as disrespectful or I'm not as blunt, that doesn't mean that I don't deserve, my credit. People that tell the truth and they've told the truth for years, they're always going to move slow. Y'all know how it goes. But I can guarantee you, if I change my YouTube in the next month and I say you men ain't shit, but ashy, dusty, broke bums, I promise you, I would be one of the best people online. Somebody actually told me to do it as an experiment, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that because I already know the outcome. These women would praise me. They would buy my shirts. They would promote my business. I would be their hero. Shiro. I just can't do that, y'all. I haven't done it in years, and I'm not going to do it now. You got these people that used to start off talking bad about men. Now they love men. That wasn't me. Sorry. I've been the same for years. So y'all can say what you want about me, but I have not changed. Sometimes I look at my follower count and I'm like, wow, I did that without selling out. I won. I didn't have to sell out. I didn't have to show any boobs, breasts, my face, my body, nothing. And this is what I got. To me, that's a win. You got these beautiful content creators who are very visually beautiful, showing y'all breasts and cleavage, and they get all the subscribers. That's just not my lane, guys. You don't have to see what I look like to hear the message. You have to hear it. Sometimes we need to close our eyes and listen, because when you see something that you're visually attracted to, it clouds what you're thinking. Well, I know she's saying some real shit, but damn, them lips are sexy. Damn, them breasts are big. You men get off track. Just like women. When they see Derek Jackson in his little kid shirts, they think about sex. They don't think about what he's saying about a person doing wrong. But if Derek Jackson was to talk about the bad women out there, he would lose half his following. That's the only difference, guys. And that's real talk. If you can't talk about both and still get the same followers, then it's you. You're selling out. Me, I could talk about men and women. I'm still going to be where I'm at as far as my followers. Am I right? I'm just saying. I can't go out there and say I don't like men and that they dusty. That's not me. So I just want y'all to know that I'm going to keep doing what I do, and I'm not going to change. And to those who have been with me for those who were with me in the troll group in 2013, my day ones, 2013, we were in these roast groups. I still have receipts from 2013, y'all. I'm going to go down memory lane. I want y'all to know that they call it doxing now. But back then, we called it putting you on Front Street. I was putting people on Front Street in these groups in 2013. We're in 2024, guys. So when I said I'm not new to this, I'm not. I used to go crazy in them groups. A man would come in there and say, I got me a bad woman. She looked better than Jennifer Lopez. And then I post them and she looked crazy. I used to get people all the time. They would tag me and say, put them on Front Street. We were doing that back in 2013, y'all, in groups. So I'm just saying, I'm not new to this. Some of y'all remember me from them old troll groups. Y'all know I was reckless in there. It was taken away from my life. Y'all was crazy. I had like 10 pages, lost all of them. So I'm just saying, guys, and then I had to stop. It was taking over my life. It really was. Slick Man said he was 12 in 2013. Okay, man. Okay, we know you're young. You ain't gotta clown us now. I agree, Trudy. Trudy, listen, when it comes to Black women, there's a lot of beautiful, Black, smart, educated women. I remember a woman came into my inbox and said, I hate when you expose Black women. She said, not because of what you're doing, but it's because you have to do it. She said, back in the day, we called it shaming. And we did it in person and it was okay. But now when you do it out loud, they judge you harder than they do the person that put it out there. She said, I hate when you have to do that, but I understand your mission, because the more you do it, the more people are going to second guess. I hope that's the message that they're getting. She said, but what hurts me the most is when these same Black women attack you for bringing the light to somebody, saying, hey, she almost got this person killed. They hate me more than the person that put the person's life in jeopardy. I don't understand it. I never will. They got mad at me because Jasmine Moss got in trouble. If it wasn't child abuse, they wouldn't have arrested her. You should never have your 5-year-old daughter waxing adult vaginas. That is incredibly disgusting. And I find it funny how those women didn't even care that this was a child, unlicensed. To be an esthetician, you go to school and become licensed. So if you even have somebody under you, they have to be of age. And they have to be in school currently trying to obtain the license. You just can't get a random person off the street and say, here's some wax. Put it there and move the thing. No. So again, I'm always going to be hated. They call accountability harassment now. It's now harassment. So if I tell somebody online, I figured you'll say that, they can go down to court and say I'm harassing them. And then I get a court case. In some states, all you got to do is go down there and file a citizen complaint. And I have a court case. I just want y'all to know how easy it is. So please don't look at a court case with my name on it and think I'm guilty. I'm not. I just hurt somebody's feelings. And now they want me to go down. But when you have receipts, you're protected. So that's all I want to say, guys. Hey, Nikki said, oh yeah, yep. So Jasmine has court this month. I keep you guys posted on what happens with her. Like I said, I don't think she's gonna lose her kids, but she will be in trouble. She might just get a misdemeanor for child neglect. But anywhere it goes, any type of charge, any type of conviction that has a child in it, you'll probably never get a good job. So I'm actually glad she has her own business. Because if you get a misdemeanor, petty misdemeanor for child neglect, jobs are just going to see child neglect. They're not going to see petty. Y'all feel me? So look, I'm going to keep doing what I do. I got a lot of stuff in my phone. So I know a lot of people hate me. They're going to really hate me. Because I was sent a lot of stuff. And some of the stuff I can post. Okay? So again, if you guys want to be on my show, please email me. Email me when you can. And if you guys want to do a show about why you don't like what I do, you can be anonymous. You don't even have to use your real name. So again, remember when Melanie did it. Melanie is the only person I ever give credit to. Y'all remember Melanie was on Everybody Hates Daphne? She was a firecracker at the beginning. Remember? And then me and her ended up being really good friends. She's in the healthcare field. She is doing great. So guys, look, that's a black woman I did that for. And they said I hate black women. Can somebody make that make sense? That was a black woman that I helped, Melanie. A wife, kids, in the healthcare field. She was the one saying that she hated what I did. That's the only black woman that ever stood up to me. And we had a great conversation and we both came to a great conclusion. So again, if Melanie can do it, why can't I do it with somebody else? So please don't assume I'm going to attack you. That's not what it is. So I just put the email up again. I'm hoping that my haters can email me, or if you want to be on the Cheaters episode on Sunday, please email me. I need 2 more cheaters. Okay? All right, y'all, I'm about to get off. I hope you guys have a good day. King said, keep doing your thing and standing on business. I got you. Thank you, Slick Man, Ziggy, the First Prime, Beast, OMG. Shout out to OMG. D Jazz, Nikki, Desmond. Desmond was one that said he didn't like me. And then me and Desmond, we cool. So when people say that I only keep people in my circle for a little bit and then I throw them to the trash, that isn't true. If you come into my circle and I see that you're on some snake stuff, you're going to be thrown out, of course. But there's a lot of people that's been in my life who are still in my life. So I'm just saying, guys, it's up to you to form your own opinion about me, okay? Have a good Friday, and I see you guys either tomorrow. Either there'll be a show tomorrow or just on Sunday, okay? So hang in there, guys. Have a good night.